Watchlist. There we go. All right, let's go ahead, kick it off. Ulta. All right, so what we're looking at on this one is it moved back up to that around that 350 area, right? So we see last time it hit 350, it bounced down, right? Hit it again here, bounced down. Here it is again. Now this time you just gotta be flexible, right? So this isn't assuming that it will bounce back down to the 300 area, but it's keeping an eye open that it might, right? The market's been going up like crazy lately. So who knows if there's going to be a big pullback, but you also have to be ready in case it does break out to the upside and it might head to that 375 and then maybe even 400 area. Dish is one that I'm currently in, playing it on that gap fill, as well as that support bounce from 40 back up to potentially 47. But right now my focus is just the gap fill where it might go back up to around 44 in the next week or so. Shopify. I'm just gonna let that ride. Shopify. All right, Shopify is forming a bull flag on the 4 hour, on the daily, right? So something that could set up a potential breakout higher. That message came through when I was telling them about my Instagram getting disabled. So, but yeah, so Shopify here going through that potential bull flag breakout. Could watch for it next week, or right, it might just be doing the same thing it did on the left hand side over here, where it hit that resistance and came straight down, right? So it could be seeing a bigger move down, or it could just be doing a bull flag. Again, kind of like OT, you just got to wait and see, right? Don't always want to jump the gun. Move over to Caterpillar, and this is why I think Caterpillar is interesting. Okay, so if we look at Caterpillar right now, it came down really hard, leveled out, and then it started creeping back up. But if we compare it to Home Depot, we see Home Depot did the same thing. Right, it came down, started leveling back up. Now it's making that move higher. So we could see Caterpillar follow the same thing, right? As they're, kind of related. Right, so it's something potentially to watch for as well. We look at the cruise line, Royal Caribbean. This is not Royal Caribbean. There we go. All right, Royal Caribbean. You already see all those plays off that resistance trend line. It finally broke through back to that original resistance. Okay. So this is what we could be seeing again soon, is this bounce right over here back up to that trend line. Or you can see it drop back down to 80. So this one's kind of floating around in the middle. Hasn't chosen a clear direction on which way it's going to go. But again, this is something that you could play either way. Right, next week, if it goes weak, it can drop down. They have earnings coming up, and I doubt they made, any real revenue. So there's no telling what might happen. The earnings might lead to it popping up, though, just off the expectations, right? And there might be a catalyst for people to go ahead and buy back into it, because if you look at the bigger picture, as far as long term goes, it still has a long way to go, and that might be the thing that kind of gives it that big spark. Move over to Microsoft. Microsoft, all-time highs. Right, you see it was playing in between that channel. So that could still be a play. Right, if we extend that out a little bit more. Extend that out. All right, so we could see, just like before, Microsoft bouncing up and down in this channel. Could see it drop back down. Again, the market is pretty high. It's pretty extended right now. So we could see a potential move back down in the coming weeks from Microsoft, right? And we're just going to put a line to it. It just looks something like that. Not a straight down, right, where it just goes down every day, but kind of similar to what it did over here, where it kind of came back down, right? Same thing. So these are all just ideas and possible predictions based off of what we've already seen to be factual, what we've already seen the stock to do. Okay, last one. I'm gonna do Excel left for the financials because financials were making a nice move back up, and this one looks like a kind of easy play, where over the course of the next week or so, you can see it move back up to 38, 39, potentially break through to that 40 area. That's it.